Welcome to Analects of Wisdom, where we uncover timeless lessons from the world's most profound spiritual and philosophical traditions. Today, we'll journey through 10 parables, each offering a profound insight into life, strength, and self-awareness. Let's begin. 1. The Chariot and the Self, Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, a warrior filled with doubt, turned to Krishna, his divine charioteer. "My mind is restless," he confessed. "It pulls me in every direction like a wild horse. How do I control it?" Krishna smiled and replied, "Imagine your body as a chariot. Your intellect is the charioteer, and your senses are the horses pulling it. The reins, that is your mind. If the reins are loose, the horses, your desires, will run wild, leading you astray. But if your intellect firmly holds the reins, guided by wisdom, the chariot will stay on the path to liberation." This vivid metaphor reminds us that discipline and wisdom are the keys to navigating life's challenges. Are you holding your reins firmly today? 2. The Monk and the River, Tao Te Ching. A disciple once asked his master, "How can one overcome the hardships of life?" The master gestured toward a nearby river and said, "Observe its flow." The disciple watched as the river twisted and turned, effortlessly moving around rocks and fallen branches. "The river doesn't fight its obstacles," the master explained. "It bends, it yields, but in doing so it carves through mountains. Be like the river. True strength lies not in resistance, but in yielding." In life, like the river, we find resilience not by opposing every challenge, but by adapting to them. What obstacles in your life can you navigate with ease, rather than force? 3. The Poisoned Arrow, Buddhist Jataka Tales. Once, a disciple asked the Buddha, "Why do you avoid philosophical debates? Aren't these questions important?" The Buddha answered with a parable. Imagine a man struck by a poisoned arrow. Would he first demand to know who shot it, why, and what kind of arrow it is? Or would he seek to have the arrow removed? The disciple replied, he would remove the arrow immediately. The Buddha nodded. And yet, many waste their lives consumed by irrelevant questions, ignoring what truly matters, removing the causes of suffering. This story reminds us to focus on what truly needs our attention, leaving distractions behind. 4. Confucius and the Broken Pot, Analects of Confucius. Confucius and his student stood by a cracked pot. The student sighed, "Master, this pot is useless now." Confucius picked it up gently. "Did it not carry water faithfully until today?" he asked. "Even in its flaw, it teaches us something. Let us honor its service rather than curse its imperfection." This simple moment reveals a profound truth. Gratitude transforms how we see imperfection. How can you honor the contributions of something or someone in your life today? 5. The King and the Two Hawks, Sufi Tale. A king was gifted 2 majestic hawks, but while one soared to the skies, the other refused to fly. Frustrated, the king summoned his wisest advisors, but none could make the hawk take flight. Finally, a farmer stepped forward. With quiet determination, he cut the branch the hawk was perched on. Freed from its comfort, the hawk soared into the sky. "Sometimes," the farmer said, "we must cut the branch to show them the sky." Growth often requires letting go of what holds us back. What branch do you need to release? 6. The Farmer's Luck, Zhuangzi. In a small village, a farmer's horse ran away. His neighbors exclaimed, "What bad luck?" The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned, bringing wild horses with it. The neighbors cheered, "What good luck?" Again, the farmer said, "Maybe." Soon, his son broke his leg while taming one of the wild horses. "Such bad luck," the neighbor said. The farmer only smiled. "Maybe." A week later, soldiers came to conscript all able-bodied young men for war, but his son was spared. "What good luck!" the neighbors cried. The farmer calmly replied, "Maybe." This story reminds us that life's events are neither good nor bad. They simply are. How might you embrace life's uncertainties with grace? 7. The Stag at the Pool, Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. A proud stag stood at a pool, admiring its reflection. "My antlers are magnificent," it thought, "but my legs, so thin and ugly." Suddenly, a hunter appeared. The stag fled, its thin legs carrying it swiftly through the forest. But as it ran, its glorious antlers became tangled in the branches, trapping it. "My pride has become my downfall," the stag lamented. This story warns us against vanity. True value lies in what supports us, not in what merely dazzles. 8. The Burning House, Lotus Sutra. A father saw his children playing in a burning house. He called out, "Come outside, the house is on fire." But the children, absorbed in their games, ignored him. So he promised, "I have wonderful toys waiting for you outside." Excited, the children ran out, escaping the flames. Like the father, wisdom often requires guiding others gently, meeting them where they are to lead them to safety. How can compassion help you guide others toward truth? 9. The Raft, Buddha's Teachings. The Buddha once told a story of a man who built a raft to cross a river. The raft carried him safely to the other side, but instead of leaving it behind, he hoisted it onto his back and carried it through the forest. The Buddha explained, "Tools and teachings are meant to serve us, but once their purpose is fulfilled, clinging to them only burdens us. Letting go is key to growth. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you?" 10. The Elephant and the Rope, Upanishads. A traveler saw an elephant tied with a frail rope. "Why doesn't it break free?" he asked. The trainer replied, "When the elephant was young, the rope held it. Over time, it learned to believe it couldn't escape, so it never tries." The elephant's rope is a metaphor for our limiting beliefs. Often, the only thing holding us back is our unwillingness to challenge old assumptions. What belief holds you captive? And how can you free yourself today? Thank you for joining Analects of Wisdom. If these stories sparked reflection, consider sharing them with someone who might need their light. Until next time, may these insights inspire you to live with greater clarity, strength, and compassion.